this kind of energy and this kind of human interest in each other, because going like on speed dating at some of the virtual formats may not be the same. So how do you go about that?
So there are multiple tricks. First of all is my rule of virtual events: 60-40 content interaction. If you are not reserving at least 40% of the time of the event for some audience engagement, some kind of audience interaction, you may as well use Netflix, right? And so really building that in thoughtfully and not saying this is an afterthought. People don't go to conferences for the content. They do, you know, it's a driver, and of course content is king. It has to be relevant and good. But people actually go to those in-person events to be with other human beings, or else they just stay home and watch YouTube. And so bringing that in is so important. I talk about having maybe a physical swag bag, which is a really cool idea. So there's a company called the Custom Box Agency. My friend Mark Stern started it. And they do these beautiful actual boxes with like all the speakers, glossy on the outside. Inside are the different swag items, including things that you can lift up while on video. So like, say there's a little blackboard and you can say, you know, yes or no, and you can, you know, vote when you're on things. And because you're sending them this custom box that has a lot of different interactive tools, it brings the conference into that person's living room and physical space, right? So adding in that component is really fun and cool. There's lots you can do with it, from maybe you send everyone the same exact hat, right? And they wear the hat for, you know, maybe the cocktail party, you know, part of it. A lot of it comes down to, okay, really highlighting the participants. And this is something we don't do in the live, you know, in the in-person event world. We highlight the speakers, period, end of story. I'm saying, okay, we'll go beyond that and start highlighting all the participants on social media. Or even putting things together. So you can have every participant record a 10-second video of themselves on their phone, you know, saying their name, who they are, and what part of the world they live in. And then you edit that all together to create like a 3-minute video or a 4-minute video of 10-second attendees. You put that up, you put it all over social media. Everyone will share that, because even though they're only in the video for 10 seconds, that is enough to make everyone share it. So all of a sudden, you're turning this customer interaction where, you know, people are just watching YouTube or Netflix into this thing where they're actually part of the event.
I was about to say, you know, this is a very unique approach. I haven't heard of it. So thank you for sharing, because we want to be part of something. And these 10 seconds, yes, like you said, right? We're almost on stage with all these team speakers and with everyone out there. How smart.
Yep, you can also have on your website or whatever event management software you're using, like say you use the Whova app, WHOVA. It allows every participant to have their own web page, you know, with their bio and their photo. And you can start tweeting that out, right? So maybe every day you highlight 10 participants on social media. And I mean, it doesn't cost you anything, and it changes the equation for your attendees.
Definitely. From business standpoint, do you see company adapting virtual events fast? Because I'm also watching and I see some sporadic moves here and there, and some are less successful than others. So what do you see happening, really? Mm-hmm.
I am seeing, of course, the beginning stages, you know, March, April, May, it was kind of shaky ground and people were just doing, you know, Netflix, essentially. Here's our content, enjoy. Now people are really trying to figure out how to build in that engagement, and instead of holding off, because a lot of people just said, okay, well, we're just gonna, you know, hold it at the end of the year. They're realizing this is more of a potential, you know, multi-year thing for the in-person events to actually go back up. So they're starting to hold it. And so I've got one coming up in November for 1,000 attendees. And so I'm working with them specifically on how to be able to engage 1,000 people virtually. And they're really putting a lot of thought into it. I'm finding that conferences are not saying that we just want to get content out there. They're really thinking about how to make it better for the actual attendees.
Got it.